And what is your definition, or what was the journey with homeschooling for you?
For me as a parent?
You join other alternative school or community of homeschoolers.
Okay, so, we created a network because, as I was saying,
in Italy.
Yes, in Italy, because at that stage there were very few homeschoolers, and they were all disconnected, and they were all doing different things. So I set up a blog. And as I said, what was it, 2011? Everybody was writing blogs at that time. Do you remember? It was the boom of the blog. So I started a blog, but just for fun, because we wanted to tell people what our experience was. It was so enriching for me. I wanted to share. And some people started reading, then a few more, and it just added up. And I had this really good reach, and people were interested in our little adventures, in the freedom of education, in the legal aspects. And so one thing after the next, we decided to open EDUpar. And EDUpar is a network. People had to come together. People had to be able to share, to connect at a personal level, create events, because that's what it is about homeschooling, getting together and sharing experiences and welcoming the new homeschoolers and giving them support. So we created, my husband and I, this network that, by the way, we just renewed. And there's a new version of it that came out 10 days ago. And it's lovely and super easy and super user-friendly. So we've been working on it throughout the years. And
so after 10 years of experience of EDUpar, now there's EDUlearn, or there's also different kind of alternative and support for the homeschoolers.
Yes, because what I've noticed in this journey, I feel it's a mission. A lot of people speak about goals. They say, I have this goal, I have that goal. I prefer talking about mission, because when there's a goal, you can actually justify not reaching your goal or failure. So many things can come in the way. Like, for example, if I say, I don't know, I want to become a doctor, and then I don't become a doctor. My goal was to be a doctor. Oh, but then, the school was too hard, or I didn't have the money, or this and this happened in my life. Instead, if you say, I want to help people, I want to help people become healthy, I want to help people heal, well, then you can be a doctor, you understand. It's different when you say, I have a mission, then I have a goal. And what I've noticed in my journey is that I get requests on what comes next. Like, I wrote a book, but I wrote a book because people were asking me to write a book. And I wrote also an illustrated book for children. Why? Because they were telling me...
A book about home education or alternative education?
Yeah, I wrote a book on unschooling, and it's an illustrated book of this little girl called Susanna, who goes through her day and learns so many things without going to school. And I wrote that book specifically because people were telling me, we homeschool, but we're isolated. And my daughter and my son, they don't have an example. All the friends around go to school, so they don't have someone to look up to. So I wrote the book. And this little girl, she has so much fun, and she's so, enthusiastic of life. And people and families thanked me because the children every evening wanted to read the book because they saw themselves in the character.
They could relate in the character.
They could relate.